The flames could be seen for miles. 15 months ago, fire destroyed the former RMG Foundry on Union Street. Now, the building was being used to store hundreds of cars, boats, and RVs.
Yeah, this was a horrible, horrible fire. Since then, what remains of the charred building has been left to sit and rust. New at 5, we're learning new details about some of the lawsuits coming out of that fire. WSBT's Kelli Stopczynski gave us an inside look of what remains of this building. She was at RMG all day today, and she's telling us now that Mishawaka wants that place torn down.
This is ground zero at RMG Foundry. The green grass marks the same spot where investigators think the massive February 2013 fire started. But after dozens of investigators combing through the rubble 3 different times, they've never figured out how it started.
What my clients would ultimately like is the ability to go out there and just take a look to see if there's anything left.
10 months after the fire, Mark Altenhoff filed this lawsuit on behalf of 6 clients whose boats and other personal belongings were destroyed in the fire.
My clients were wholly unaware that their property was being stored at a facility that was laced with asbestos, where there's an allegation that the fire suppression system had been intentionally dismantled, and had they known that their personal property was going to be stored under those conditions, they never would have agreed to have their property stored at this particular location.
The lawsuit says the plaintiffs in the case hired Starboard Marine to store their boats over the winter, but they claim Starboard never told them their boats would be stored at RMG. Altenhoff says his clients have tried to get inside the property multiple times to see the damage for themselves, but have never been allowed, and they might not get to.
It's a serious blight in Mishawaka.
Mishawaka Code Enforcement sent this letter to the RMG property owners 2 weeks ago, asking them to tear down and haul everything away by the first week in June.
I would hate to see somebody get hurt. I know that they've taken measures to keep people from entering the property, but you never know.
Altenhoff says his clients don't need the charred building to move forward with their case, but they'll continue searching for answers.
My clients certainly aren't going to stand in the way of the safety of the citizens of Mishawaka and having this building raised.
The owner of Starboard Marine tells me he cannot comment on the case. I left a message for his attorney this afternoon, but haven't heard back. John Coquit, the man who owns this building, tells me his policy clearly stated he was not responsible for anything that happened inside the building. He also tells me, of course, there were signs of asbestos. He says it's an old building. And Coquit says it did not have a working sprinkler system. He, by the way, has said he wants the building torn down, and he's wanted it for months, but he says that the legal limbo is what is keeping that from happening. Reporting live in Mishawaka, I'm Kelli Stopczynski, WSBT Channel 22 News.
Well, the Granger